Hello, my beautiful people. I'm in one of my pieces of my new swag from the Firefighters Burn Institute. and yeah, they had I did it for the very first time. They do it every year. And I don't know if I don't think I said this in my last video. They basically have, they stand on the corner and greenback and sunrise area. And they have basically a big rain boot and people drive by and put money in them. I wasn't able to get them to flash me. I was making a joke. It was too fast because there was traffic coming. I was going to tell them to do that, and that's why that's when I was going to put money on their boot, but I gave it to them anyway. Okay, so today I bet you really thought this was going to be a juicy episode, but I'm sorry to say it is not. Because of those of you who haven't listened to me before or know that I do talk about love a lot, not enough, but loving both males and females, right? Friends in my life and how I love deeply and all this garbage, right? And how love is very complicated, blah, blah, blah. But this, in a way, I don't make this complicated at all in loving acquaintances, which basically sometimes, you just don't know very well. You don't get to know them very deeply or closely. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. But in particular, this person, Marta Santos. She is my Samba teacher, and I have known her for basically about 15 years, and I've only known her on the level of being a dance instructor. And only recently over the past year, like even having more than a few minutes of a texting conversation, like we've gone a little bit deeper. I've been doing a little bit more performances and now I'm getting into drumming, right? Because I started with her dancing. And the story with her goes is that when I came to Sacramento, I always had loved Brazilian music, bossa nova, different styles, and samba. And I didn't really actually know that much about samba. And this is one of the things I was doing at the time that I just didn't know anybody that did anything like this, like me, even any form of dance. People just not interested in the same things as me. And I didn't have really any friends moving here. So I found samba, and it is actually group style dancing. It can be done solo, but it's not like salsa, for example, which both can be said, right? You can just do it with one partner. So it's there's a Rio style, there's a samba reggae style, and different. That's one of my favorites. Okay, so I always knew that form of music and style was very healing to me, very therapeutic, moves my soul and my spirit, and as well as singing, which maybe one day I will actually fulfill either doing it once in public or at least on here, because I have always wanted to just do some even basic level singing. And so again, just another thing in life, got to do once. Okay, so that's the story of the whole samba thing. So I have known, so in looking at that, I have known her this long, and we aren't close. Like we didn't build that friendship, but I still appreciate and tell her. I just told her yesterday that she's my queen and everything in therapy, because this is my form of therapy. And she wasn't going to perform at a show, and I was literally going to drive almost an hour. And one of those reasons is to do this with her, right, and to see her. And so about her and about love. So the love out there, this is not going to be a big long talk on love, is that not one type of love or level is more valuable than another, right? Okay. So there's different levels of love. We might say this is an acquaintance, right? But I almost, because of what she's done for me specifically, I would consider her part of my soul group or soul companion. Okay. When I go into the soul's journey talk, which is still coming up, I promise you, in the next week or so after I finish my abandonment little video thing, and I will talk about this. Okay. So the different levels of romantic love that exist and that I have experienced, and then also my life path, just to be able to share this with you today. And what else did I want to say? I almost want to say that I've determined that I wouldn't say the different levels are kind of almost are based on how much the person's helped me in life, and they might not even realize that they did it because my journey has been so transformative. And that's why I love sharing all these things. So with her, Marta, acquaintance, I still would consider her a friend, right? There's different levels of friends, but just her being present and being of presence, and I consider her holding space for me, she's been a very important part of my journey. Okay. And this is a relationship that I don't need to overthink. Normally, something like this, if you haven't heard me talk before, is because my immediate family is not right by me and I have not lived with them. Some of them I have not even seen, like my stepmom, I feel really bad about. I haven't seen her in person since I was 19. So 20 some odd years later, finally just started Zooming. But that is also a reason that I want, I guess, to get close to people or have that sort of relationship. And sometimes it's just not like that, with people. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that's what it is. And so I have not been able to overthink this relationship. I can just tell her, hey, Martha, I love you. She might think that it's weird. I think she appreciates it, but I could see how she could think it's weird. She'd be like, dude, with her accent, she'd be like, we don't even like know each other. But it doesn't matter. So even though I appreciate the substance I just talked about that, I love so deeply, I have learned to accept love like this. And I have met people in my past that were, I would say, whether it was short lived for the season, for a phase, or whatever it is, I have learned to accept that is what it was. And sometimes people return back into your life that were acquaintances, and then you reconnect again, and maybe you become something, and something even better. But also as a result of this, and what the people that have come in and out of my life, for sure, I can appreciate when people say, like, enjoy it while it's here, enjoy it while, I don't want to say enjoy it while it lasts, but enjoy it while it's here, enjoy any precious moments, because life, just people are busy, and you want to be able to just enjoy that present moment with that person, and don't take it for granted, right? You never know when you're going to see somebody again, visibly with our eyes. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say, people, is that since I talk about how love is so complicated, that this is a relationship that is not, and anybody can appreciate something like this. I know there's lots of people that build relationships online, on social, and all over the country, all over the world, whatever it is, maybe barely talk to each other, and I'm sure you still currently do, and you still have love for that person, right? So it's the gift of presence. We don't have to talk every day. And so I want you to think about if this is something that you think would make you happy and maybe bring more peace to your life. And, who is that around you? Do you need to make a new acquaintance? Do you need to reevaluate the people that you know? Maybe you could make a friend out of an acquaintance. I don't know. But I just have seen this value now in some of these people that I've met that come in and out of our lives, as well as the people that stick around. You don't talk very much, but you still have a lot of love for them. And then when you do get together, it still can be magical and beautiful. Okay, so that's all for today, folks, and I will see you in the next video, and hope you are enjoying these.